because we had to lose out on the last stream because we have a power outage. Even now I have a power outage. I'm not sure how long the UPS is going to give us a backup here. An unfortunate moment here because we have some power outage and we just had to lose out on the previous stream. I'm extremely sorry if you all had been logged on to the previous stream. Extremely sorry. This time Rashid Khan starts off with a googly here and Samir Rizvi has been cleaned up off the first ball of his innings here. Samir Rizvi, the man in form here for Delhi Capitals. He's back in the pavilion here. Double wicket over here for Gujarat Titans. What a start here for Rashid Khan here. He's dismissed Nitish Rana off the fifth ball of his third over. And Samir Rizvi, the man in form here for Delhi Capitals, walked into the middle as an impact player. He was coming off 3 half centuries on the trot here. A wonderfully bowled googly here. And the ball pitching outside the off stump, just going between the gap of bat and pad and crashing into the off and middle stick here. And Samir Rizvi has to be dismissed for a golden duck here. Take a bow, ladies and gentlemen. Rashid Khan sending back Samir Rizvi, who's stay out there in the middle, lasted just one ball here. The impact player. Nevertheless, Samir Rizvi, a youngster on the learning curve. We all saw how he outburst in the IPL when he played for Chennai Super Kings. He was sent out there in the middle to take on Rashid Khan. I think he smashed him for 2 sixes, a 5-ball innings where he smashed him for 2 or 3 sixes, 2 sixes if I'm not wrong, and then he got out eventually, but he smashed him for 2 sixes. That's the kind of confidence he had. But today it's Rashid Khan getting the better of him when Samir Rizvi was riding on a high there. And he's cleaned him up of the first ball here. 2 wickets off 2 balls here for Rashid Khan off the last 2 balls of his third over. And he's definitely put Delhi Capitals in the pressure there. 101 for 3 after 10 overs. 110 more runs required off the next 60 balls here. We are looking at an exciting contest. To all the folks who are watching the previous stream on this channel, kindly excuse us because we had a power outage. We still have a power outage, and that's when we have an old EPS. That's when the power shifts from when the power goes out. We have a power outage. The UPS takes a couple of fraction of seconds because to take over, and we lose out on the power for a couple of minutes, and that's the reason we had the lights shutting off. We had the Wi-Fi shutting off, and that's the reason the stream had to end. But we are trying to work on it because once we get the funds in with time, when we start taking this thing seriously, when we start taking streaming seriously, we'll probably invest in a new power backup system because we sometimes have power outages here. So definitely we'll work on it. But please be kind enough, if at all we lost it on the previous stream, please hit that subscribe button. And here is Rahul charging down the ground, trying to keep the momentum towards Delhi's way. And in the slot, and he charges down the ground and hits it straight over the long on region there. 6 runs here, and he welcomes Washington Sundar with a 6 here. And Rahul this time will pick up a single here. Rahul trying to take those calculated risks to keep that pressure scoreboard ticking here. And he's been joined in by David Miller out there in the middle. 2 wickets on the trot here for Rashid Khan, putting Delhi Capitals on the front foot, Delhi Capitals on the back foot. But KL Rahul making his intentions clear. He's batting wonderfully on 60 of 31. He's raced away to his 50, and he's definitely found his lost form here. 60 runs of 31 there, ladies and gentlemen. KL Rahul, he's batted brilliantly, batting close to a strike rate of 200. He's definitely batting wonderfully out there in the middle. Here is Washington Sundar running into bowl to David Miller, who's yet to face a ball here. This time the ball coming into the left-hander and is just off the inside edge, running away towards the wide of the short mid-wicket fielder. The batters will cross over for a single here. He is off the mark here. Rashid Khan take a bow. First wonderful googly to get the man in form, Samir Rizvi, for a first ball duck here. And what an animated celebration there by Rashid Khan. And Shubman Gill and the entire Gujarat Titans are absolutely happy because they know the kind of form Samir Rizvi has been carrying into the innings here. And to all the listeners who are watching here, letting you know that we are still running on a power outage. We are trying to manage with the UPS. We have an old UPS system there, so I'm not sure how long the UPS can pull this through. So if at all the power goes in between, kindly excuse me. Please do not mind at all, because we are not well equipped with the UPS. We are already working along, because once we get the funds running in, once we have some funds, and once I get to the 1,000 goal mark, I'll probably start taking this streaming platform seriously, and then I'll probably invest in the UPS, new UPS, to support my journey and support me during such power outages. So please be kind enough, and extremely sorry if at all we are still waiting for the power to come back. It's all running on the UPS, and please be kind enough here. And thank you for your message here, Palak. For again fourth wicket. Yes, we'll have to wait for the fourth wicket. I think you are a Gujarat Titans supporter there, Palaksh. Thank you for your message there. Mm. And here is Washington Sundar running into bowl to David Miller. Coming in from around the wicket, sharper delivery. He's wrapped him on the patch here with the angle there, but probably the ball with the angle going outside the leg stump, and straight away Nitin Menon, the umpire, says that's not out here. He has a look towards the wicket keeper, and definitely realizing that it's definitely going down the leg, and that will just be a dot ball to end the over. That will be a dot ball to end the over, and 112 for 3 after 11 overs here. Gomati Maharaj, thank you so much for once again being back here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Good bowling from Rashid Khan. Thank you, Gomati Maharaj, for once again being here to motivate us on our stream here. Yes, wonderful spell of bowling. Especially the first over, he's tried to bowl a little bit quicker, and once he got used to the surface, he's drifting the ball slower through the air and is tossing up the ball. And wonderful setup to Samir Rizvi, especially. Samir Rizvi was the prime batter that they were keen to get, because he's coming off a wonderful form here. Samir Rizvi had 350s on the trot coming into this game, and especially the kind of knock he played in the last game against Mumbai Indians, completely outsmarting them, outplaying them with 90 runs single-handedly. And in that partnership with David Miller, when they scored about 95 runs partnership, if I'm not wrong. And once at one stage they were a 70 runs or 68 run partnership. David Miller had just contributed 1 or 2 runs off that 60 runs. It was that kind of an impact that Rizvi had. And tonight he's gone cleaned up for a first ball duck here, due to an absolute beauty there from Rashid Khan there. And Gomati Maharaj, I want the Titans to win. Definitely Titans searching for the first victory in this campaign. If they manage to get it, they will be up and going in the points column here. And Rahul, what a wonderful knock. He sent out a statement. He was not amongst the runs. He was struggling for runs, but tonight he's come out with an intent. We are seeing the classy Rahul that we all knew and we all know, and he is currently batting on 62 of 33. Once again, a reminder, we are still running on the UPS backup. If at all the power goes in between, please kindly excuse us and forgive us, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if at all you lose the stream along. Here is David Miller, all set to face Ashok Sharma, who was expensive off his first over. He's given away 23 runs of his first over. Once again banged in short, this time a slower bouncer, 129.7 clicks. That will be a dot ball there. Ashok Sharma, the youngster, he's bowled the fastest ball in this IPL so far. I think 156 or 154.2 kilometers per hour. The fastest bowled in the IPL so far. The youngster there cranking up pace. And unfortunately not the right lengths bowled by him in his first over tonight, and that cost him 23 runs there. But will he be able to make amends? The captain shown faith, back him in once again, and is given in the ball for his second spell. Here he is running in this time from around the wicket to David Miller. This time a quicker delivery. David Miller tries to pull the ball off the inside as the ball's rolled onto the pads, and the ball's gone away towards the front of coverage, and the fielder there has a shy at the bowler's end. David Miller puts in the dive. A direct hit that could have been close here. Direct hit that could have been close. But Glenn Phillips, the take a ball, ladies and gentlemen. What a fielder. An absolute fireball of energy on the field there. Glenn Phillips quickly jumps onto the ball, and with one motion there, quickly turns and has a shy at the bowler's end. That could have been close here. David Miller had to put in the dive here, full stretch dive here. And we all saw Glenn Phillips putting in that effort earlier in the innings, where he jumped for the ball literally parallel in the air, where he was running backwards from the cover point region towards the deep point region there. And this time back of the hand, slower delivery, bowled in good length, and the ball stopping on the batter and shaping into the right hander. And KL Rahul happy to just punch it off the back foot towards the long on region, and he'll pick up a single, and that'll be the end of beg your pardon there. That'll just be a single, two more balls to go, and 115 for 3 after 11.3 or 11.4 overs here. Gujarat Titans will be eagerly looking to see the back of KL Rahul. He's batting and calculating his innings perfectly. He's pacing his innings perfectly with a mix of shots, calculated risk, and then rotating the strikes and picking those twos and singles. He's batting exceptionally well out there in the middle. As here is Ashok Sharma once again tries to bowl the back of the hand delivery, tries to experiment a little bit too much, and this time in that pursuit he's probably pitched the ball way outside the wide guideline, but I think he has tried to bowl the slow bouncer, back of the hand slow bouncer, but has he in that pursuit of doing it pitched the ball outside the pitch there. So the umpire just checking that if this could be a potential no ball there. Did he pitch it outside the pitch there? We'll have to wait and watch. No, he has just pitched it inside the pitch there, so that'll just be a white ball there. Nothing in regards to no ball there. But when you have the technology at your disposal, why not use it? The umpire doing rightfully there, taking it upstairs to just have a look at it. And now we have the app decision put out there. That'll just be a white ball here. Here is Ashok Sharma running into bowl to David Miller. A good length delivery. Miller punches it towards the front of the field there in the middle of region. Good field placement there, realizing that the new batter is out there in the middle. Shubman Gill bringing his field up and not giving them any singles or opportunities to rotate the strike and keep the scoreboard ticking. But he'll pick up a single there. Good comeback here from Ashok Sharma. 23 off his first over. He's just given away 5 runs of his first 5 balls here in this over here. Wonderful change of paces. 104, 130, 145. He's wearing his pace wonderfully. He's learned his lesson in the first over after trying to crank the speed every single delivery. He's learned his lesson of using those variations and deceptions to contain the batters there. Here is Ashok Sharma once again. Great change of pace here. Back of the hand delivery. KL Rahul was expecting the ball to bounce a little bit more higher, but he somehow punched it down the ground along the long off region, and he'll pick up a single. Just 7 runs coming off this second over, 6 runs coming off his second over. Great comeback here by Ashok Sharma, and that'll be 118 for 3 after 12 overs here, and the required run rate 11.5 here. This is looking and shaping towards an exciting contest here. If at all you're new here at Sports Beyond Cancer, this is your very own Shourabh Vittalmurthy, a sports journalist currently battling my 5th cancer, and worked as a sports journalist for 8 years, 4 years in India, 4 years in New Zealand, but unfortunately the 5th cancer striking me at the wrong time in New Zealand. I had to return back to India, and since then 2.5, 3 years of battle with life and death with my cancer, and currently I'm lucky enough to have entered the remission phase, and this is the best I can do on a virtual platform. Extremely new to it, but even though I'm doing it on a virtual platform, I'm kind of disappointed because I'm not there out on the ground with my camera on the field, because I'm allowed to be on the field just like old times. But this is the best I can do because I wanted to challenge myself and show it out to the world, also to the universe, that no matter what the cancer is, how much cancer it throws at me, I wouldn't be giving up on hope and life and my passion for sports and sports journalism to promote sports in the right direction, to use it as a catalyst to promote development in the community. And it's all been possible because of the support I have been receiving from you people. 931 people have managed to subscribe me and support my journey and support my cause. It's all been possible because of you. You have made this fight more powerful. You have made me more motivated in this fight, given me more hope to fight this battle in the right spirit. It's all been possible because of you. And if at all there's anyone who has still not hit the subscribe button there, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we are just 87 away, just 87 away from hitting that first initial goal mark that we had set to get to the 1,000 goal mark. And you could be a part of the family and the community here, where we all are like-minded people who support sports in the right direction and want to promote sports in the right direction. So please hit that subscribe button. We are just 87 away from getting to the 1,000 goal mark there. Prashid Krishna at 2 overs, 1 for 29. He's been thrown the ball back here. This could be good turning point here for Gujarat Titans. If they manage to get a wicket of KL Rahul, things could sway either way here towards the Gujarat Titans way. And KL Rahul is the key there, out there in the middle. He's batting wonderfully, and he's taking on those calculated risks. pacing his innings perfectly. And I see just one person hitting the subscribe button until now. Can you please hit that subscribe button and help us in this journey there? As here is Prasidh Krishna running into bowl to KL Rahul this time. A full toss on the bats there. KL Rahul is fixing it off his pads there. And the ball running along the ground towards Kagis Yorabada in the deep square leg region there. That'll just be a single here. And this is looking to be an exciting contest here. 3 wickets down, 92 required of 47. Delhi Capitals bat extremely deep. Samir Rizvi, the man in form, dismissed for a first ball duck. So it's shaping up. And KL Rahul finding his form once again tonight. He's still out there battling it out for the team here tonight. How long can he carry on? How long can he wage a war and take Delhi Capitals closer to the target here? As 211 has been 211 the target on board here. And David Miller joined KL Rahul, and if he gets going, we all know the Proteas batter. He's absolutely lethal with the bat here. This time banks it in shot. David Miller goes for the pull shot, doesn't get good contact, a little bit late on the pull shot here, and he somehow placed it in the perfect gap there, and the ball one bounce into the boundary fence in the deep mid-wicket region there. He's hurt himself in the process there. I think he's hurt himself or his hand there. Probably, I think some amount of shock wave, especially sometimes the shock wave comes through the handle, especially when you do not hit the ball from the right spot there. I think that's the reason, some shock wave hitting his arm there. And he's writhing in pain there as he throws his gloves away. I think it's his left hand there, or has he twisted his hand there in that process? He's writhing in pain, and KL Rahul having a look at his wrist there, and it seems to be fine there. He seems to be just in pain and is all set to face the next delivery here. Here is Prasidh Krishna running in once again, banks it in short. Poor ball that should have been dispatched here. David Miller swivels his body and pulls it across the line, and one bounce into the fielder there towards the deep fine leg region there. Missed out opportunity that should have been dispatched there. That was a poor ball that should have been punished, and missed out opportunity by David Miller. 112 people currently watching the stream. Only one person managing to hit that subscribe button. Help me get closer to the 1,000 goal mark, ladies and gentlemen. If at all you feel that I'm doing a decent job out here on Sports Beyond Cancer, support our journey, support my fight against fifth cancer, and help me get closer to the 1,000 goal mark, because that will mean the world to us. Because once we get to the 1,000 goal mark, we'll be able to apply for the monetization, and we can generate at least some portion, at least 5% of our funds towards our treatment with being generated from the YouTube ads. So all because of your support. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and support my journey and support my fight there, and also support my passion there. So this time David Miller flicks it, and it'll pick up 2 runs on the deep mid-wicket region there. Well, KL Rahul, ladies and gentlemen, take a bow. What a wonderful, spectacular knock. It's been an absolute delight here tonight. First watching the innings of Shubman Gill, and then the likes of beg your pardon, the Josh Butler to start off, and then Shubman Gill, and then I think today almost 4 players got off to come back here, because Shubman Gill was struggling after coming off an injury. He got to a 50, and then Josh Butler was looking unusual, uncharacteristic of himself. He was not amongst the long runs. He wasn't looking like the old Josh Butler that we used to know of, and today he turned the tides and he played that kind of an innings here, scoring that 50 of 27 odd balls. And then Washington Sundar, who was struggling for some runs, he scored a 50, and now KL Rahul, who wasn't that much amongst the runs, he's come out and is still unbeaten out there, battling it out for his team here. He's on 65 unbeaten of 36 balls, so it's been a wonderful turnaround of events for quite a number of players tonight here, as the Delhi Capitals require 85 of 43 balls. Here is Prasidh Krishna coming in over the wicket to Rahul there. Yeah, the ball is in the hitting zone here. Poor ball. You can't bowl there to Rahul. He goes over the cover fielder and moves his front leg across, goes over the cover fielder, and the couple of bounces, and the ball runs away into the cover region there. 4 runs here for KL Rahul to end the over, and that will be 130 for 3 after 13 overs here. David Miller is still having some pain with his wrist here. Did he twist his wrist, or did he get a shockwave while he tried to play the pull shot. I think David Miller is walking off the ground. David Miller is walking off the ground. He's injured. He's walking off the ground. The skipper Axar Patel is walking out there in the middle here. How serious this injury could be. The pull shot he played into the boundary. I think something happened to his left wrist. Probably did he twist his wrist, or did he was there a shockwave that went through his wrist? I'm not sure what it was. We'll be getting to know. But nevertheless, he's walked off the pitch, has retired hurt, 12 runs off 10 balls. And the physio is having a look at his wrist there. And Axar Patel, the skipper, is out there in the middle here. Unfortunate here for the Proteas batter to have to walk back towards the pavilion in this manner. Extremely a sad sight for any sporting fan to watch any injury for the athlete out there in the field of play there. And despite the rivalry, despite whichever team you support, it's extremely tough for a sport fan to see any injury, to witness any injury during the game. And that will be Axar Patel out there in the middle here. 130 for 3, 13 overs. The man of the day, Rashid Khan, who's picked up 3 wickets, who's picked up 2 wickets already, 2 for 13 off his 3 overs. He's on to bowl once again for his last over. He's on a hat-trick. If you can remember, he picked up 2 wickets off his last 2 balls off the 3rd over. He's on a hat-trick and a flight delivery, pitching on middle and turning into the leg stump of Axar Patel. Axar Patel flicks it off his pads and the ball running away towards the wide of long on region, and he's off the mark here. And I see 125 people subscribing, 125 people watching this stream currently. Please ensure you hit that subscribe button and help us get closer to 1,000 goal mark. We are just 87 away from ticking off that first victory margin, goal margin that we had set initially when we started this channel to get to the 1,000 goal mark. And we are inching closer, just 87 away. Welcome to the family by hitting that subscribe button, and it will mean the world to me in this fight against my 5th cancer. This time a flighted delivery on the middle stump, and Rahul shuffles across the off stump and goes down on one knee and plays the sweep shot. The ball's in the air, one bounce towards the deep square leg region there to Sai Sudarshan. That will just be 1 run here. Some slight change in the field here for Axar Patel. I think the backward point being brought in here in the circle, and short third man being placed there this time. Axar banks it in a little bit short. Axar Patel rocks back and guides it away towards the right of the cover fielder, and they'll cross over for a quick single. They had to scamper in the end because Glenn Phillips swiftly was onto the ball, but did not manage to get the ball in his hands on the first attempt, and that will give them the relaxation to complete the run easily there. Here is Rashid Khan, once again, wonderful ball pitching on leg stump and turning into the right-hander. Rahul, happy to see him off, just taps it off back to the bowler. That'll just be a dot ball here. He's found the right rhythm tonight. He's found the right speed and the kind of flight he needs to bowl on this surface. He's managed to learn it off his first over, and since then he's executing it perfectly there. That's the kind of what champions do. They gauge the surface and the kind of speeds they need to bowl, and he's executing it perfectly here. Rashid Khan this time, he flicks it off his pads for a single there, and that'll be the last ball of the spell here for Rashid Khan. 2 for 17. Can he get a 3 for here? Can he get the skipper out there, skipper of the opposition camp out here? Here is Rashid Khan, the last ball of his spell here. Can he provide a wicket here? Coming in between the wickets to the left-hander. Axar Patel slices it in the air. The ball's in the air for quite some time, and Glenn Phillips holds on to the catch here. Rashid Khan picks up a 3 for here. Glenn Phillips take a ball, ladies and gentlemen. The man from Otago, the man from New Zealand, who's been throwing his body behind the ball right since the start of the game, time and time again. He's known for his spectacular catches. Even he almost managed to pull off the catch against Rahul when he was almost parallel in the air, diving from running all the way back from inside the circle in the cover point region towards the deep point region to try the catch of Rahul. But this time the bat turning in his hand of Axar Patel. The ball was swirling backwards the cover fielder there, and Glenn Phillips keeping his eye on the ball, running backwards outside the circle, dives towards his left in the back towards his back, and he's held on to the catch safely with both the hands, and he's made that catch look so easy and comfortable as he smoothly lands onto the catch and celebrates taking that catch here. And Rashid Rashid Khan off his last ball of his spell picks up his 3 for here, 17 for 3 after 4 overs. What a wonderful spell of bowling here from the Afghanistan bowler here. Wonderful spell of bowling. He's picked up 3 wickets and absolutely dented Delhi Capitals here. 134 for 4 after 14 overs, and the required run rate has climbed up to 12.83 here. And they still have a long batting lineup with Christian Stubbs and Vipraj Nigam out yet to come out the bat. But we will have to wait. Will David Miller be fit enough to come out to bat once again? He's walked out with an injury there on the field. Will we be able to come out to bat? Axar Patel throwing away his wicket here. Well, KL Rahul has to stay on here till the end. That could be extremely key for Delhi Capitals. They require the experienced campaigner to stay along, and we all know Christian Stubbs. He's been in such sort of situations a lot of times across the franchise cricket leagues and also for South Africa. And he's someone who bats sensibly, and hopefully they stick a partnership here. The Delhi Capitals will be hoping that these batters stick a partnership. Now that Rashid Khan has done and dusted with his spell, they will be hoping that they try to pace the innings perfectly and take the game deep as possible here. As here is KL Rahul batting wonderfully, unbeaten on 71 of 40. Is all set to take the strike to Kagiso Rabada, who's been brought back into the attack here. Here is Rabada running in from over the wicket here, this time straying down the legs here. KL Rahul trying to play the big heave shot across the line, missing the ball, a trickle on the bat, and the ball could have run away into the boundary there towards the fine leg region there, but it's a little bit outside the wide guideline, outside the legs there, and that will be a wide ball here. Well, just one person has managed to hit the subscribe until now. I see 153 people watching. If 100 people hit that subscribe, we will be crossing the 1,000 goal mark, and we'll be sleeping like a baby tonight because it's been a dream here since we started this journey. The first target, that was the first victory that we wanted to tick off in this 5th battle against cancer to get to the 1,000 goal mark. And if at all you haven't hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We had just one subscription throughout the entire streaming process of 3 hours tonight here. So please hit that subscribe button and help us inch closer to the 1,000 goal mark here on this channel here. This time a full length delivery, and KL Rahul hits it wonderfully well here. That will be 4 runs here. The ball was a little bit pitched up and it was in the slot here, and KL Rahul hitting it straight over the bowler's head venomously, and the ball one bounce into the boundary there. 4 runs there. Great shot here. The ball going towards the side screen there. 4 runs here. Wonderful placement of the ball here. 4 runs for KL Rahul. He's keeping Gujarat Titans on the edge of the wire here. Gujarat Titans, on the other hand, will be eager to see the back of KL Rahul. This time banks it in short, a slow bouncer, and KL Rahul rocks back and pulls it away along the ground. The ball going away towards the deep mid-wicket fielder there, and Glenn Phillips quickly onto the ball, and he slips a tad there before he releases the ball quickly back to the bowler there. That will just be a single here. Thank you, T Grey host Saurabh. Bless day, my friend, listening to your lovely commentary. Please view us and like us, subscribe to the channel, don't cost anything. Thank you so much, T Grey host. Hope you're doing good and hope you're having a wonderful time, and hope you're doing good and enjoying the cricketing spectacle in the IPL and across the world there, be it the PSL, be it the IPL, and then the women's tournament where Sophie Molnix just won her first trophy as a captain. And we are soon going to be covering the women's T20 World Cup, which is just around the corner too. And thank you so much for watching. People requesting for letting people know to also subscribe button there. It's extremely odd that there are many people watching the stream. We almost have 18,000 15,000 people watching the stream every single day, but it's only 10 people or 5 people hitting that subscribe button before they do not hit the subscribe button before they go out of the channel there. So please requesting you all to hit that subscribe button, because only when we get to the 1,000 goal mark, the YouTube algorithm will help us gain some funds from the YouTube ads that can go towards my treatment and my medical costs there. And this time banks it in the air, slow bouncer. KL Rahul a little bit late onto the shot here. In that process loses one of the handles from his grips there, loses the handle from his hand there, and doesn't time it well. The ball one bounce onto the fielder towards the deep mid-wicket region there. That'll just be a 1 run here. And thank you, Carl Jacob, once again for your message here. The match is interestingly poised. Definitely, Carl. It's shaping up wonderfully. My concern is will they require the services of David Miller? How serious of an injury is that to David Miller here? Because that could be key in this contest here. This time, good ball here, good length delivery, in swinging delivery, and Stubbs going for the pull shot. The ball going underneath his bat, and that will be a dot ball here. Rabada cranking up the pace and changing the pace on wonderful on numerous occasions, rightfully threw this over to 142.2 clicks on that one, the previous delivery, and he's beaten the batter for pace here. Just one subscriber throughout the entire show tonight here, so please help us get closer to the 1,000 goal mark. If at all you haven't hit that subscribe button, I see 162 people. We are just 87 away from getting to our first initial victory to get to that 1,000 goal mark here. So if at all you haven't hit that subscribe button, take this time, because we are heading into the strategic timeout now. It's 142 for 4, and the team has opted for the strategic timeout. 69 of 30 required, and we'll be having a 2.5 minutes of break here. So that's the reason I'm requesting you to hit that subscribe button during this time break and help us get closer to the 1,000 goal mark here. And to all the people who had messaged me on Instagram regarding the book here, which I showed you yesterday, this is the book I was talking about. Second-hand store, which I was searching so desperately for quite some time. It is the book of Blasting for Runs by Rohan Kanai. I was extremely surprised when many people did not know who Rohan Kanai was. Even I did not know much about him. But reading a lot of books and reading a lot of articles, realized that he's one of the best batters the cricketing world that has ever seen. The kind of shots and the kind of flamboyant shots he used to play courageously without the helmet in those days, with those kind of bounces being bowled in those days. And he was a wonderful batter. And only then I read a lot of articles by Sunil Gavaskar and a lot of statements by Sunil Gavaskar, and I was surprised there. Sunil Gavaskar was so impressed by his batting that he and his style of batting, he has written so much about Rohan Kanai, and then he was impressed to that extent that he decided to name his son in honor of this person, inspired by this person. That's the reason the name of Sunil Gavaskar's son, the name of Sunil Gavaskar's son is Rohan Gavaskar. That Rohan, that name came from this guy, Rohan Kanai. And that's when I realized that a legendary batter like Sunil Gavaskar was inspired by someone of the likes of Rohan Kanai. He went to that extent to name his son after him, and that's when I realized I need to learn and watch more about Rohan Kanai. And since then, it's been a wonderful journey. I just managed to get this first edition of this copy from a second-hand store, for searching for it for so long time. And if at all you do not know who this guy is, who Rohan Kanai is, please go and read about it. Extremely unfortunate the current day commentators, as the current day commentators not mention much about Rohan Kanai these days. Extremely. This guy was always a down-to-earth person, did not like much limelight. He's happy with the kind of light. Even in the book, I think I read a couple of reviews. He says that he does not speak much about himself. He always celebrates the highs of other people. Always a down-to-earth person. So, if at all you do not know about him, there's probably some videos out there of his innings on YouTube too. Probably a century of his innings in Kolkata too. That's probably one of his best knocks too. 9 years of test career, illustrated test career, and he's known for the falling hook shot. He used to play the hook shot on fall on the ground, and that's what he's known for. So definitely extremely lucky to have found this first edition of this copy. I was searching for this copy for quite some time, but somehow managed to get this on a store here on Indian Facebook Marketplace. But I saw it on an online portal on Australian Amazon or somewhere, which was costing somewhere 29,000, and then I saw it on some other online platform abroad there, and it was 47,000 rupees equivalent of India. And to get this for just 2,000 rupees in India, I was like, this is an absolute steal to have this book under my collection here. We'll definitely going to be reading this in the next couple of weeks, and definitely will be sharing a lot of inputs regarding that. And if at all you know something about Rohan Kanai, and if at all you knew this person before, so please do let us know in the chat box, and that will make us the conversation interesting. This time we are back with the break. Unfortunately, we have not had even a single subscription during the time break there, the 2.5 minutes. I was requesting all you people to subscribe the channel there. We have 202 people watching the stream, but none of them hitting the subscribe, most of them not hitting the subscribe button. This has been the pattern so far, because we see 18,000 to 20,000 people daily watching the stream, but it's only we are still only at 900 900 subscribers subscribers there. So please requesting you, if at all you feel that we are doing a decent job, please hit the subscribe button there. This time banks it in short here, poor ball, and KL Rahul pulls it away towards the deep square leg region there. 4 runs here for KL Rahul. Poor start here once again for Ashok Sharma. He's been on the wrong side of things here, and Ashok Sharma trying to experiment a bit, and once again trying to bowl the slower ball outside the off stump, and that'll be a wide ball here. And that'll be a wide ball here. He's on pressure here. He was smashed away for 23 runs off his first over, and he made a comeback by bowling wonderfully in his second spell, the second over, and he gave just 7 runs if I'm not wrong, and then starts off with a 4 and a wide. This time a good length delivery. The ball was climbing onto the batter there. KL Rahul punches it away towards the cover fielder. The cover fielder was on the edge of the circle. That'll give the batters the time to cross over for a single here. 148 for 4, 15.2 overs, 63 required of 28. And as Carl Jacob has mentioned here, it is a match is interestingly poised here. Definitely Carl poised wonderfully. I think Stubbs needs to play a good supporting role here for KL Rahul here. Probably what I would have suggested if I was on the dugout there in the management team, I would have suggested that KL Rahul stays on till the end and carries the game deep, and the players that are revolving around him take those calculated risks just so that because when it's your day, and he continues to stay out there in the middle, and he's an experienced campaigner, and so hopefully one holds the things firmly from one end, and the other person can take some risks from the other end here. This time a Yorker there from Tristan from Ashok Sharma, wonderfully bowled Yorker there, and he squeezed the ball towards the cover field there. Confusion between the two batters there, and Rahul decides that he'll be going in for the run here, and Shubman Gill has a shy at the bowler's end here. Christian Stubbs just makes it in time, a direct hit from Shubman Gill, but the ball ricochets off the stumps, and the ball running away towards the deep fine leg boundary there. Will this be a 4-run overthrow here? Well, it's teasing the fielders there. Yes, it is a 4-run overthrow here. 5 runs here. 5 runs, ladies and gentlemen. Shubman Gill having a shy at the bowler's end. The ball ricocheting off the leg stump and running away wide of the fielder there in the deep fine leg region, in the short fine leg region, as well as the fielder in the deep square leg region. The ball running away into the 4 boundary there. 5 runs here, ladies and gentlemen. How costly can that be? And that will be 5 runs here. 58 of 27 as Rahul is back on strike here. Here is Ashok Sharma, back of the hand delivery. KL Rahul early into the shot. It's in the air. That could have been touch and go here. Sai Sudarshan running in from the rope, putting in a full stretch drive there. That has a courageous effort despite knowing that the ball was falling short of him. Sai Sudarshan putting in a full stretch dive there. The ball just falling short of him. Caught him in an odd position. He was literally parallel on the ground, putting in a dive. The ball bouncing off his shoulders, running away into the boundary there. Unlucky there, but you have to appreciate for the courageous effort put in there by Sai Sudarshan, putting his body behind the line. But unfortunately, the ball bouncing off his arms there and running away into the boundary there. 4 runs here, nevertheless, for Rahul. KL Rahul here, they are up and running here, the Delhi Capitals. This time, back of the hand delivery once again, but that's turned out to be a full toss here. Could this be a potential no ball here? KL Rahul asking the leg umpire for a no ball here. KL Rahul asking Stubbs if they have to take a challenge here for the no ball here. He's just tucked it away towards the long on for a single, but they're having a discussion out there in the middle. Will they be wanting to take it upstairs here? KL Rahul deciding to take it upstairs here. They have a small chat out there in the middle of the pitch, Stubbs and Rahul, and they're deciding with just 2 minutes left on the clock in the review, they decide to take it upstairs and challenge the leg umpire's decision here. 53 required of 25. Could this be a no ball? A no free hit could be definitely critical, giving the juncture of the game, the way the game is poised here. We have 263 people watching the stream. Welcome to the stream here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Extremely lucky to have you all in this support of my journey in my battle against 5th cancer. I'm Shourabh Vittalmurthy, a former sports journalist, welcoming you all to this channel here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the family here. We are just 86 away from ticking off the first victory in this 5th battle against cancer. Our initial plan was to get to the 1,000 goal mark, and then that will give us the motivation to continue this journey on a long-term basis, and that will also help me get some funds generated towards my plastic surgery and also towards the medical concerns. And the YouTube algorithm is such that only when we reach the 1,000 goal mark, we'll be eligible to apply for that. So please, if at all you haven't hit that subscribe journey, please just take this moment as the umpire is having a look at the decision for the no ball. Take this moment and hit that subscribe button. We are just 86 away from hitting the 1,000 goal mark here. Well, I think the ball's below his waist here, 0.83 meters, the height of the ball, and KL Rahul's waist in a standing position is 1.4, so definitely that's going to be a legal delivery here. Thank you, T. Grey host. Sorry, I forgot to read your message there. Just give me a moment here. Last ball of the over here is Ashok Sharma. This time back of the hand delivery, wonderfully balled here, and Tristan Stubbs fails to read the ball off his hand, and he's absolutely livid with himself. Sends out frustration roar out there in the middle, and that will be a dot ball. He's completely beaten for pace, and that will be a dot ball to end the over, and that will be 16 overs done and dusted, 158 for 4. And T. Grey host, cricket, lovely cricket, and we are listening to the best cricket commentary on the internet. Rohan Kanai was a West Indian great from Guyana. Thank you so much, T. Grey host, for your kind words, and thank you so much for being so generous in appreciating us, and thank you for being showing in and motivating us in the right directions, and making me believe in this fight against cancer, and making me not give up on this life, and making me believe in this fight that no matter what the odds, for making me get that kind of mindset, because I'm lacking motivation to wake up, because it's been a battle of life and death. But because of people like you, because of the comments, and because of support you guys give me, it's given me a different kind of hope to fight this life, to fight against all the odds, to defeat this 5th cancer, and to take it off the checklist here. And Rohan Kanai was a West Indian great from Guyana. Definitely extremely impressed here, extremely starting to love him, especially after Sunil Gavaskar said that he named his son after him. I was like, definitely need to learn more about him. And Gomati Maharaj, Rahul having a day. Definitely Gomati Maharaj. It's not just Rahul having a day. This time a wide full toss outside the off stump. The fielder there from the deep square leg, deep point region, had almost outrun the ball in the pursuit, and the ball was just running away from him towards his right, but somehow he's put in a dive and held on to the ball there. Washington Sundar, he had overrun the ball's trajectory there, and somehow managed to hold on to the ball. That could have been a silly mistake, and that will be just a single here. Gomati Maharaj, not just Rahul having a day. A lot of people who have scored runs tonight have made a turnaround of things for them in this. Have made a comeback tonight, because you see, Josh Butler was not in form. He was not amongst the runs. It was a long time due. We saw the Josh Butler, the vintage Josh Butler, which the kind of domination he had in the IPL in the previous editions. We got to witness that Josh Butler tonight, where he scored 50 of the 25-26 odd balls, and then Shubman Gill, he was coming off an injury, and that kind of an innings was required, and he made a comeback and he scored that 70 odd runs tonight. And then Washington Sundar, who was always being under the pressure, because he had not contributed with the bat nor with the ball, and his selection in the playing 11 was always being questioned. And tonight he played a wonderful knock, scoring that 50 odd runs of 31 balls. And now in this innings also, we saw KL Rahul was struggling to get some runs. He's got off to a wonderful knock. He's still out there in the playing, wonderful knock. It's been that kind of a day here, where the people who are not in form have made a comeback here. It's been that sort of a night here tonight here in the Arun Jaitley Stadium here. This time a full delivery, and Tristan Stubbs hits it along the ground towards the mid off fielder there. He's just managed to get some palms onto it. That was struck powerfully, and the ball just goes towards his right, and the batters will cross over for a single here. 51 of 22. Well, this is shaping perfectly. KL Rahul 12 runs shy away from a well-deserved half century here. Here is Siraj. This time KL Rahul tries to play the reverse lap shot. He bowls a slow bouncer here. He's missed the ball here, trying to play the unconventional shot here. Not required at this stage of the moment, especially when KL Rahul has such an armory of skill set, and when he can play the shots across the stadium, across the ground. This shot was uncalled for, especially at this situation. 51 of 21, every dot ball, the run rate keeps increasing. It's almost close to 15 runs on over now. Banks it in shot, well within the wide guideline. KL Rahul tried to play the reverse lap shot, but it was a little bit too much. The ball was climbing onto him. He had to outstretch and play that reverse lap, but he's missed the ball, and that will just be a dot ball here. Here is Mohammad Siraj running into ball to KL Rahul. This time once again a short ball, and KL Rahul pulls it away towards the mid-on fielder there, and a direct hit from the fielder there. Direct hit, because the Stubbs had run all the way halfway through into the middle there, but KL Rahul did not want to cross over for a single there. There was a single written all over it, but KL Rahul, because he was caught on the back foot trying to play the pull shot, He's only managed to drag the ball on the ground and the ball running away along the ground towards the mid-on fielder there. But Tristan Stubbs was off in a flash running towards the batter's end. But KL Rahul was nowhere interested in taking that single. Probably he wanted to have the strike. And Sai Sudarshan, who already had taken a wonderful catch to dismiss Nitish Rana, swiftly onto the ball, has a Sai at the stump there, and a bullseye there. The bullseye there from Sai Sudarshan. And this is the kind of moment of brilliance that changes games. And this is the kind of moments of brilliance on the fields, especially when you're not an all-rounder and especially when you want to contribute on the field with your fielding. Sai Sudarshan has done it twice on the field tonight, and Glenn Phillips has done it once, and that's the kind of difference that makes a big impact to this games here. And Tristan Stubbs has to make the long walk back towards the dressing room. He's been run out here by Sai Sudarshan for 7 runs of 6 balls, and half the side back there in the dugout now. 160 for 5 after 16.4 overs here. Poor anticipation here from KL Rahul. He should have taken the single, but unfortunately he was caught on the back foot trying to play that pull shot, trying to pick the ball on the ground. That was a slow bouncer bowled in by Siraj, wonderfully executed, and Rahul trying to play the pull shot. And that will be run out here. Well, to all the Delhi Capitals fans here, we have some good news out there in the middle. David Miller has decided to come out to bat here. He had gone back into the dressing room, retired hurt. He's walked out there in the middle. That speaks volumes of the character this guy is. We all know how tough a character David Miller is for his team. His team's victory is on the line. He's decided that he's going to be out there in the middle to support KL Rahul. He's walked out there. He's batting on 12 runs of 10 balls, and he's joining KL Rahul out there in the middle. And this should be an interesting contest on the cards here. Wonderful, brilliant moments of fielding there from Sai Sudarshan twice today. And here is Siraj here. This time the ball going away. The wide guideline on the offside. That will be a wide ball here. The required run rate now climbing above 15 here. Big hits are required here for Delhi Capitals here. They have 2 victories in as many as 2 games in this contest. They are searching for the third, and Gujarat Titans on the other hand searching for the first victory in this campaign. And we'll have to wait and watch the next 3 overs, 3.5 overs, extremely crucial, will decide the fate of the teams here. Here is KL Rahul running into bowl to Siraj running into bowl to Siraj in the slot here. Full length delivery. Rahul, has he managed to clear it? No, he hasn't timed it well, but there's no fielder in the deep there in the long on region there. And that will be 1 bounce into the boundary there. 4 runs here. And Glenn Phillips tried to run all the way from the cow corner towards the long on region, but the ball wins in the end. 1 bounce into the boundary, friends. There 4 runs here. KL Rahul getting underneath the ball. A full length delivery, almost just missing his yorker there. That will give Rahul the time to get underneath the ball and hit it in the air over the fielder there. And 1 bounce into the boundary there. 4 runs here. Standing ovation there from the fans here. The Blue Facts are out there in the home stadium here in Arun Jaitley Stadium here in Delhi. They are roaring for KL Rahul. They are out there and to support KL Rahul. The Blue Facts are out, and they are rooting for the team here at the Arun Jaitley Stadium here. 45 required of 19. It's shaping towards a wonderful chase here. Once again, Siraj. This time, bowls in a wide outside the off-stump ball there on the edge of the wide guideline. And KL Rahul tries to drive it through the cover region there off the outside edge. And it's been caught by Josh Butler. Absolute silence here in the Arun Jaitley Stadium here. And KL Rahul is absolutely livid with himself with the kind of shot he's played there. And Mohammad Siraj brings in his celebration. He's animated there, Mohammad Siraj. Cross-seamed scramble delivery there. The ball shaping away from the right-hander. Ball just on the wide guideline there. KL Rahul trying to slice it over the point fielder there and only managed to get an outside edge there and safely landing into the hands of Josh Butler, who throws the ball in the air. And a wonderful knock here from KL Rahul. Ladies and gentlemen, take a bow. Wonderful knock here. Hats off to KL Rahul. 92 runs from 52 balls. A wonderful knock here. He's set the tone here for Delhi Capitals here, but is unfortunately dismissed at the wrong moment of time here. His presence was much required for the last 18 balls, but nevertheless, he is out there. He's played a wonderful knock here. 92 of 52. He has been dismissed. 166 for 6 after 17 overs here. And This is probably the last recognized batting pair out there in the middle. We still have Vipraj Nigam. If at all you do not know about Vipraj Nigam, he's done wonderfully with the bat here for Delhi Capitals in the last season. He's surprised everyone with the kind of shots he's played. He's an absolute cheeky player. He's absolutely clever campaigner. He's somewhat similar to the likes of this kind of shots Sarfraz Khan plays. He's absolutely cheeky. He knows the dimensions. We'll have to see how he turns out today here. This time, once again, a bouncer bowled here, and David Miller pulls it away towards the deep mid-wicket region on the bounce to the fielder there, as that will be a single here. Rabada, who's bowled wonderfully, he's kept it tight. 3 overs, none for 24. He's into his last over here. 44 required of 17 here, and requesting you all to hit that subscribe button. We are just 86 away from hitting the 1,000 goal mark. If at all you haven't hit that subscribe button, please ensure you hit that subscribe button and help us in this journey. And there are many people who ask me that why does our name not reflect when we hit that subscribe button in the name in the column last subscriber. Just want to let you know, only if you kept your YouTube profile open, and only if you're watching from your personal account, which is where the account is open, only then when you hit that subscribe button, your name will reflect in the last subscriber column there as per the streaming software there. So please just making it clear. This time the ball has been hit it in the air. He sliced it in the air. The ball was good length delivery outside the off stump. He sliced it in the air over the point fielder. No distance on it, only height on it, and the field sweeper cover there, running swiftly towards his left. He's collected the ball and quickly relays it back to the wicketkeeper, and the batters will quickly cross over for 2 runs here. Glenn Phillips here, and running swiftly. Take a ball, ladies and gentlemen. He sets off like a greyhound there. He sets off like a cheetah there. Glenn Phillips swiftly, as soon as he sees the ball, the hunger in him. That's the kind of hunger every fielder needs to have in the field here. Even if, despite when he knows that he's not going to reach towards it, the kind of hunger he has, the kind of agility he shows, the kind of agility, he just watches the ball, and the kind of sprint the way he sprints towards the ball like a greyhound, like a cheetah. Absolutely marvelous there from Glenn Phillips here. And this time a slower bouncer here. Vipraj trying to play the lap shot here. He's missed the ball here. Change of pace. He missed the ball. The ball climbing on the batter there. Wonderful ball there by Rabada. That will be a dot ball here. Pressure here. 42 of 16. 15, beg your pardon there. This time a slower bouncer. Vipraj tried to shuffle way across the leg stump here, trying to manufacture the shot towards the leg side, but it's a slow bouncer once again. A great change of pace here. Rabada, these South Africans, Rabada and Lungi Engedi, absolutely stalwarts of tonight's game. One for Gujarat Titans and one for Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals, if you have seen the way Lungi Engedi has been bowling in the recent times, especially if you see his bowling graph and the kind of pitch maps he has, the slow dipping full tosses, and the great control he has over that ball, the way he executes it, he's been marvelous. He's someone who's executed it to perfection. We all, it seems to be looking like an extremely easy ball, but you don't know the kind of efforts and yards he's been putting behind the scenes to get that on point every single time. And since the last 7-8 months, he's looked like a complete T20 bowler, because earlier Lungi Engedi used to be smashed apart in the Indian Premier Leagues, and he was not he was always trying to hit the ball hard, but now with a change of pace, he's using it wonderfully. This time the ball's banged in short, and David Miller hits it in the air. The ball just going over the fielder there in the cover region there. That will run away into the boundary there. 4 runs here. That will be for David Miller. This time Rabada once again bowls it in short here. David Miller goes to play the pull shot here. He keeps it on the ground. The ball goes towards the deep fine leg region there. That will just be a single to end the over. Nevertheless, a decent over here for David Miller to complete his Rabada to complete his spell, and that will be the end of the over here. 175 for 6 after the end of 18 overs here. Just 9 runs. Absolutely acceptable at this juncture of the game to give away 9 runs when the opposition team is trying to hit you across the park there. 9 runs coming off Rabada's last over, and he completes his spell. 4 overs. Unfortunate to have not got wicket. 4 overs, none for 32 here. Carl Jacob, thank you for your message once again. Scoreboard pressure in the chase may show itself. Definitely, Carl. The scoreboard pressure, that speaks volume about sports psychology there and cricket psychology. I'm reading a book currently in relation to sports psychology and how the scorecard pressure starts to play in the minds of even the best of the best. Especially wanted to relate how Ayush Matre, who played that unconventional shot because against RCB, the mind was playing games because they had to chase 250. The 250 constantly keep running in your head whenever you pace the dot ball, and with the strike rate increasing with every single ball, they try to play unconventional shot, uncharacteristic shots. Definitely the scoreboard pressure is something that many people face fail to acknowledge. But the psychology of the human mind is such that the numbers start playing games into your head, and that starts creating havoc into your head, and that starts affecting the kind of skill set you have and the kind of uncharacteristic shots and skill sets that you display out there in the middle. And 36 required of 12. This is looking like a good chase here. Only if we get a 20 or 21 run plus over, this will shape towards a wonderful, wonderful lighter last over here. Can we witness the first super over here? I'm still eagerly waiting to watch the first super over of this contest, of this campaign. We are still into the 14th game, but I was still hoping that we would be having by our first super over. It's been a long time since I watched a super over recently, since I witnessed a super over in the cricketing sphere. So eagerly waiting. And here is Mohammad Siraj running into ball to David Miller here, and that will be a wide ball here, extremely wide outside the wide guideline, trying to keep it away from the hitting arc of the left-hander David Miller. That will be a wide ball here. My concern is how serious is the injury of David Miller, and will it be affecting the kind of shots he's going to play? Will it be affecting his batting here? This time, slow bouncer here. David Miller, he's onto the ball here. He's fetched it way outside the off stump and smashes it into the stands here. That's a huge six coming off the blade of David Miller. That was a slow bouncer pitched on the middle, going away offside the off stump, off the left-hander, away from the left-hander. David Miller stands tall and reaches for the ball and plays the pull shot here. The ball's in the air, in the sky for quite some time, but dispatched into the stands here. The ball and the cherry is gone into the skies, and sails and dispatched into the stands here. A huge six coming off the blade of David Miller, and Shubman Gill is not happy with the kind of length here. Definitely, we all know David Miller is a wonderful, wonderful player of the pull ball there, a pull shot there. 24 of 14 balls here. David Miller, the right person at the right time out there in the middle, because we all know he is a master, especially in this kind of situations. So David Miller, and here is Siraj, some fine adjustments made in the field here. Probably they are strengthening the field on the offside. This will give some opportunities to score on the strengthen the field on the leg side, probably, and that's the reason there's some opportunity to score on the offside here. Here is Siraj running in, and this time bowls it way outside the off stump. Beg your pardon there. What are you even bowling? That's absolutely criminal there. The captain just strengthened your field on the leg side, and you have bowled a half volley extremely wide on the offside there, and that gives David Miller all the liberty to hit it across the line, hit it through the line over the cover region there, and that will be 4 runs here. Poor bowling. The captain is once again extremely unhappy there. The pressure showing on the bowler there. Even the experienced campaigners of the likes of Mohammad Siraj, the pressure starts getting into you, especially when David Miller is across the other end of the pitch here, and you have to run and bowl into him, and when he's looking to smash you out of the park. But poor choice of bowling here. He just strengthened the field on the leg side, and he's bowled a half volley that was shaping away from the left-hander just on the offside there. A lot of width on offer, and all David Miller had to do was get underneath the ball and hit it over the covers here. But we are just waiting for the decision here, because it just seemed like did it hit the ropes on the full, or did it just bounce in going in front of the rope here? Yes, it's just pitched in front of the rope here. That will be 4 runs here. Here is Siraj running in once again, this time in the slot here. A no-look shot here from David Miller. You can't bowl in the slot to David Miller, Master Mohammad Siraj. What are you even doing? You're completely gifting the game away to Delhi Capitals here. In the slot to David Miller, and a no-look shot, smashed it over the long on region, and the ball sails away into the stands here. 6 runs here. Wonderful shot here. Poor bowling, and he's been punished here. Running in all the way from the pavilion, bowls it in the slot here, and definitely not a clever bowling here. Immature bowling here, I would call here, from Mohammad Siraj. He's feeling the pressure here. And in that pursuit, he's lost his control on the ball there. He's bowling erratic lengths. He's bowling irresponsible lengths here, and it definitely sounded good off the bat here. Great use of the ball there, and he smashed it here. And definitely David Miller is on the rise here. He's up and running here. He's he's come back into the middle there after going out with an injury. He's walked out there with the middle. That's what champions do. That's what tough characters do. Despite the injury, they walk out in the middle for the team, and here is not just walked out, He's delivering it for the team, and he's kept the hope alive for Delhi Capitals. The entire stadium is on the toes. The flags, the blue flags, are swaying across the stadium here in Arun Jaitley as the game is shaping perfectly towards the last over. Last 9 balls here, 9 more balls to go. Now it's just a fraction, 19 runs here, and it's almost 16 runs of the first 3 balls here. 16 runs of the first 3 balls, and the tides have shifted here. David Miller and Shubman Gill having a pep talk here. Here is Shubman Gill, banks it in short. This time a slower bouncer. This time better directed, to be honest. He pulls it away towards the deep mid-wicket region there. And if it was some other fielder, they would have definitely taken a chance there. But that was Glenn Phillips running swiftly from the edge of the boundary and quickly gets rid of the ball towards the keeper, and the players deciding that no, we can't take a chance with the arm of Glenn Phillips, and they'll stick to just a single here. 18 of 8 balls. It's shaping up perfectly. 124 people watching the stream currently, and hopefully you hit that subscribe button there. If at all you feel that we are doing a justifiable job here, please hit that subscribe button. We are 86 away from getting to the 1,000 goal mark. That will mean the world to us in this journey. That will mean the world to us in this fight here. 18 runs of 8. Delhi Capitals in pursuit of the third victory on the trot, and the Gujarat Titans searching for the first victory in this campaign as Vipraj is on strike here. 3 of 3. Can he manage to get a boundary here? A boundary of this last 2 balls. Even one boundary of the last 2 balls will shape up, and Mohammad Siraj starts his run up, but once again backs away. Pressure, nerves showing on Mohammad Siraj here. Here is Mohammad Siraj running in to bowl to Vipraj here. Vipraj going deep into the crease here. The ball was banged in short here. Vipraj opening the face of the bat, guiding the ball over the wicket keeper. That's what I was talking about. He gets a boundary here. He's a cheeky customer. Vipraj, we saw him during the last season too. He's an extremely cheeky customer, especially likes to use the pace of the bowler, and especially plays those shots behind the wicket. And that was the very same reason Shubman Gill had kept the the third man fielder a little bit finer, but despite that he's managed to place it perfectly just over the wicket keeper, using the bounce, using the pace of the ball, just opening the face of the bat and just guiding the ball over the wicket keeper. One bounce into the boundary, no chance for the fielder, even though he was kept finer. That will be 4 runs here. Poor bowling here. We all know the strength of Vipraj. That's the reason I was talking that he's similar. He plays shots similar to the like of Sarfaraz Khan from Chennai Super Kings, using the pace of the ball to guide the ball behind the wicket, and he's done it successfully. Much at the right moment, most when it was required. Here is Siraj here running into bowl to Vipraj, a full toss that will be trickled down towards lucky there for the bowler there. He had backed away towards way outside the leg stump, and that was bowled on his hips there. He's just flicked it off his hips there. The ball along the ground going towards the deep square leg region there. That will be a single here. Will they be taking it upstairs to check the no ball here? And Delhi Capitals, no, they decided that's going to be a legal ball. They are not going to take the review here. That will be 13 runs of 6 ball here. What a wonderful chase here. What a wonderful game we've had on the cards here, ladies and gentlemen. To all the people who are stuck along here at Sports Beyond Cancer and watch the stream, hope you enjoyed the game and hope you enjoyed the stream here as we are shaping into the high intensity over here. 13 runs, 6 balls here. 4 overs of game, and it all bought 39 overs done and dusted, and it all boils down to the last over. That's the beauty of T20 cricket. It all boils down to the last 6 balls. We almost started this game 3.5 hours ago, and it's all boiled down towards the last 6 balls of the game. That's the beauty of cricket here in the T20 format here. 198 for 6, 19 runs and over. Well, we have a slight twist in the tail here, because GT have been slow in their over rate by 1 over. They will be penalized here. They will be only allowed 4 fielders outside the circle. That's a tough thing, especially when you have to defend 13 runs of 6 balls, and 1 fielder has to be brought inside the circle, because you'll have to pay the penalty because you are slow in the over rate by 1 over, and that will cost, I'm not sure how that will going to be costing. That is going to be extremely critical here, because 1 fielder into the circle creates a vacant space in the deep, and that area can be targeted by the batters there. So as of now, we have 2 fielders out there in the deep towards the leg side, 1 in the deep square leg region, 1 in the deep mid-wicket region, and we have 1 fielder there in the sweeper cover region. Shubman Gill deciding with Prasidh Krishna which there's 1 more fielder and where he wants to catch here. Well, Gomati Maharaj, Siraj needs to back to his bowling coach. Definitely, Siraj. I think he was a little bit under the pump, especially he was under the pressure, especially when the first ball was dispatched for six, and then I think a little bit of common sense and little bit of a brain fade moment, especially when the captain strengthened his field on the leg side and he's bowled a couple of balls outside the off stump, hitting the batter, giving the batter the likes of David Miller the absolute liberty. And as we go, Prasidh Krishna into his last for the last over, and Vipraj here he moves his front leg across and hit it over the field there. The ball going over the wide of long off ridge, and there are 4 runs here to start the over. What a wonderful start to the final over in this contest here. Vipraj Nigam, I told you, this is an exciting batsman, and that's the reason they have kept him in the squad here. We saw him do it in the last year too. There's one more exciting batter who still are not yet made it to the playing 11 of Delhi Capitals this year. That is Ashutosh Sharma. He batted wonderfully last year. He was Kevin Peterson himself was impressed by Ashutosh Sharma. We saw one game where he single-handedly chased down a big score, and this unfortunately with the kind of talent there, he's not been given a chance in the playing 11 this time. Vipraj Nigam gets an odd ahead because Vipraj Nigam can also bowl the leg spinners, but tonight he was extremely poor, bowling half trackers, being taken away for 23. But he's trying to make amends by scoring those runs with the bat. That is trying to make amends by scoring those crucial runs with the bat here, hitting it over the cover region there. The fielders inside the circle, and he'll get 4 runs here. And once again, once you hit the boundary off the first ball of any over, the pressure is put back onto the bowler there. The pressure lies on the bowler there. 5 balls, 9 runs required. Vipraj batting with a strike rate of 200 here, 12 runs of 6 ball here. How crucial was the arrival of David Miller? Absolutely courageous to have walked out with an injury and then to realize that they have no batters on board and they were already 5 down, 6 down, and he had to come out there and put himself on the line here in between victory and defeat. And that's what characters do. That's what tough characters do. That's what sport teaches you. And he's come out there in the middle and he's not complained, and he's played a gem of a knock, scoring 35 of 17 there. This time a slower bouncer, banged in shot. Vipraj goes way across the leg stump, trying to squeeze the ball, smash the ball over the infield there, but only hits it in high in the air. And Shubman Gill running backwards from the mid-off region there, and is swirling underneath the ball there, and calmly pounces onto the catch here. Do we have a twist in the tail here? Do we have a twist in the tail here, ladies and gentlemen? It's a slow bouncer, rolls the fingers on the ball in the last moment. It's an off cutter. The ball pitching outside the off stump and turning into the batter as Vipraj trying to make room by shuffling way across the leg stump, but the ball turning into him. He tried to play it over the infield there, but the ball only getting the height, no distance at all, as Shubman Gill runs backwards. So the ball is in the air for quite some time and he takes a comfortable catch here. Small cameo here from Vipraj, just 12 runs from 7 balls there. Would have liked him to play one more boundary and settle things, but nevertheless 9 runs from 4 balls here. Kuldeep is out there in the middle here. Can Prasidh Krishna get a breakthrough here, because that will reduce Delhi to 8 wickets down there, and the pressure could be piled up here because David Miller is stuck on the other end, and he will be looking to get David Miller back on strike here. Should Shubman Gill be bringing up the field here? I think he should be bringing up the field. You need to attack to get victories, but I'm not sure. Definitely, he's not bringing up the field. He's happy to play defensively here, Shubman Gill. Probably, I thought number 9 out there in the middle, you should have brought in your field, because he would be keen to get the other batter, the man David Miller, on strike here. This time, the ball banged in shot outside the off stump. The ball was climbing onto the batter there. Kuldeep Yadav does his role here, and Kuldeep Yadav just opens his face off the bat and guides the ball towards the third man region there. That will be just a single here. 8 runs of 3 balls here, and David Miller showing a metal of steel here with an injury, walking out there in the middle. Much required when his team, much when the team required him the most to be out there in the middle, and he's come out and he's played that kind of a knock, that kind of a shot, especially the last over, taking Mohammad Siraj all across the proc, and he's set a game here for Delhi Capitals here. They are looking for the 3rd victory on the trot, and they can just a couple of hits away. 3 balls to go, 8 runs required. Almost 4 hours of game done and dusted. 4 hours of game done and dusted, and it all boils down to 3 balls. It all boils down to the last 3 balls. That's the beauty of this game here, cricket here. Wonderful piece of game here. All the fans in the stands, on their toes, absolute silence. Some people praying there. The Delhi Capitals fans playing. We see Gujarat fans praying here. A lot of emotions running high in the stadium. Right here in the form of me, right here in the form of you, the listeners, and right here the fans across the globe, across the country, across the world here. And 8 runs of 3 balls, as here is David Miller all set to face Prasidh Krishna. What would be bowling here? Here is Prasidh Krishna coming in from around the wicket to the left-hander. It's in the slot here. You can't bowl in the slot here. It is in the slot, and David Miller sends it out of the ground, ladies and gentlemen. He sent it out of the ground. The ball's been dispatched in such conviction fashion. He's used his feet and he's brought the crowd to feet here. He's used his feet and brought the crowd to feet here. He's smashed it at the angle there. The ball's gone over the wide off long off region there, probably outside the stadium here. A huge six. The ball was in the slot. He changed his angle, coming in from around the wicket to the left-hander, bowls it in the slot, and a man of the caliber of the Protean David Miller, we all know that he loves to play in this kind of situations. That's 106-meter six here. A swiftly bowled ball, and it's been dispatched twice the speed here. Wonderful, wonderful shot coming off the blade of David Miller. What a shot here. What a knock to have to be walked off with an injury, and then to come back and in the same innings there, and to stand there for your team and deliver such kind of performance with an injury in the wrist there. Definitely the tough character out there, David Miller, and that's what champions do, and that's what sports teaches you, to stay resilient and stay and fight till the end. That's how games need to be played here. Wonderful, wonderful exponent here from David Miller here. Great exhibition of talent and character here, and entire ground on their toes here. He's set the entire home team on fire here. He set the stadium on fire here. David Miller, 41 of 18 balls. When he walked in, he was almost a run a ball. He's come out and he's played some 6 balls and he's taken it all the way across the stadium to the cleaners there. 2 runs of 2 balls here. Prasidh Krishna under pressure here. Here he is running into ball to David Miller. A slow bouncer. David Miller pulls it away, and the ball's trickling away towards the deep square leg region there. Kuldeep Yadav coming in for the single here. David Miller decides to go for the single, and halfway through he realizes that he can't come back for the second run. He's asked Kuldeep Yadav to go back. Because he wants to have the strike for the last ball here. Do we have a twist in the tail here? 2 runs required of 1 ball here. David Miller wanting to keep the strike. Kuldeep Yadav was almost halfway through. David Miller made the initial movement here, but realizing that he can't come back for the second run, he sent back Kuldeep here, and that'll just be a dot ball here. Ladies and gentlemen, it all boils down to the last ball of this innings here. Can we please witness a super over, the universe? Can we please witness a super over? It's been a long time since we witnessed a super over in cricketing sphere here. Can we witness a super over here? 2 runs of 1 balls. Can Prasidh Krishna just restrict it to 1 run here? Can Prasidh Krishna manage to restrict it to just 1 run here? It's been that sort of a night here. It's boiling down to this ball here. Prayers all across the stadium. The KL Rahul in the dugout. He's unable to see the game here. He can't see it anymore here. Neither can Matthew Hayden. Tense and nervy faces all across the dugouts here, all across the stadium. The coaches are on the toes, and they have a small round conference there between the captain and the vice captain and the bowler there. Rahul Tewatia, Shubman Gill, and Prasidh Krishna having a discussion there. 2 runs from 1 ball, touch and go here. It could be anyone's game here. Can he get a wicket here and get a victory, or will it be a single, or will it go the Delhi Capitals way? Here we go. Prasidh Krishna, slow bouncer. He's missed the ball. They go for the single here. A direct hit from Josh Butler, and Delhi Capitals lose the game here. Gujarat Titans winning the game here. A slow bouncer, and David Miller completely outfoxed there early into the pull shot. The ball goes underneath the ball here, and Kuldeep Yadav tried to run for the by here, but Josh Butler, an underarm throw, and crashes it into the stumps, and Delhi Capitals losing the game by 1 run here. Well, Delhi Capitals losing the game. This could be touch and go. We still have to wait for the decision from the third umpire. Kuldeep Yadav, I think, has not made the crease here. Kuldeep Yadav definitely has not made the crease here. Josh Butler, extremely calm under pressure, gets hold of the ball and underarms it towards the wicket, and he gets a direct hit here. They could not manage to get a bye here. Definitely, we are all waiting for the third umpire's decision here. Beg your pardon there. The third umpire is waiting there. But Delhi Capitals here taking a review here for the white ball. They think that this could be a white ball. They are taking the chances because they have 2 reviews up their sleeve. They are taking the chances. They are having a look for the white ball here because he tried to play the pull shot. He's missed the ball. They are trying to use their reviews and see if they can get a white ball here. This could be crucial here. The run out has been confirmed. Just to bring it to your notice, the run out has been confirmed. but Delhi Capitals taking a chance by taking a reviewing the decision of the height on the ball there. They are trying to review it if this could be a potential white ball here. Well, this does not end here. So again, Gujarat Titans, who were celebrating because it was a run out, now they have to wait for the call. Was it going above his head? Was it going above his head there? Was it going above his head? I don't think so. I think David Miller, it's just gone past his shoulder. Indeed, he has jumped a little bit in the air. This could be touch and go. This could be a crucial decision. What a lovely piece of game here. It swayed back towards Gujarat here. Wonderful. Should David Miller have taken that single off that penultimate ball? He took the challenge because he did not want to give Kuldeep Yadav the strike for the last ball. He took it up his sleeve to finish the game. But a slow bouncer there from Prasidh Krishna. Great presence of mind there from Prasidh Krishna to bang the ball and bowl the off cutter. The ball just shaping away and climbing above David Miller's pull shot. And what a calm man under pressure. The Englishman there, Josh Butler behind the stumps, flicking the ball, underarm throw, hitting the stumps, and Kuldeep Yadav. Well, we are watching this 1.87 meters the head, and the ball is going 1.75 meters. The ball is well below his head here. David Miller's height is 1.87 meters, and the ball's been traveling at 1.75 meters. That's 0.12 meters below the permitted length to call a wide here, and that will be a legal ball here. That will not be a wide here. That confirms it, and Gujarat Titans celebrating out there in the middle. What a game we've had on our cards here, ladies and gentlemen. What a night here. What a wonderful game here. Gujarat Titans winning the game by a fraction of 1 run there. 1 run is all that was required for Gujarat Titans. And what a end here. Extremely, me on a personal note, I'm disappointed because I wanted Josh Butler to miss that run out so that we get to witness a super over there. Because I have been craving to watch a super over for quite some time. I almost thought that Josh Butler will miss it and will be inching towards the super over. But how costly was that decision call there from David Miller there, because the penultimate ball, he decided to not take a single because he wanted to take the responsibility to finish the game off the last ball. But unfortunately, he couldn't finish the innings here. Prasidh Krishna, the kind of wonderful ball he bowled, and what a great over for Rashid Krishna, despite being dispatched for 52 runs of 4 overs. That last change of pace, and David Miller, Axar Patel there hugging David Miller there and motivating him for the kind of character he's shown. Tough character here. Tough character, David Miller. Despite the loss, playing with an injury, coming out and battling it out for his team, and almost winning his game. Just 1 run away. Take a bow, ladies and gentlemen. We all have to appreciate the kind of character he's shown here and the kind of knock he's shown. Walked away with an injury and realizes that all the batters have been dismissed, and they still have got 40 odd runs to come. He comes out with a lion's heart, smashing the bowlers, smashing Mohammad Siraj, but unfortunately decides not to take a single off the penultimate ball, which could have tied the scores there. But he wanted to take up the challenge because he believed in himself that he's going to get those 2 runs off the last ball. But unfortunately, he was deceived by the slower bouncer. He's missed the ball, and direct hit from Josh Butler, and Kuldeep Yadav couldn't make in time as they tried to steal a bye to tie the scores. And that is the end of the game here. Gujarat Titans winning this game by 1 run. What a contest we've had on our cards here, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Jacob, thank you for your message here. Cricket, lovely cricket. Gomati Maharaj, thrilling game. What a win for Titans. Thank you for the game. See you tomorrow. Good night. Thank you, Gomati Maharaj. Thank you for being here on Sports Beyond Cancer. What a wonderful game we've had on the cards here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely spectacular game here. Completely. What a contest. That's the beauty of cricket here. And to all the people who are watching the stream, I see about 60 people still watching. We were just 170 watching less a couple of moments ago, but the subscriber board is not moving at all. Please help me get closer to the 1,000 goal mark. We are 86 away from getting to the 1,000 goal mark, so please ensure you hit that subscribe and help us and motivate in this journey there. So requesting you to do the same and hit that subscribe button there. And what a night we've had on our cards here. It's been such a spectacular night. 1 run victory there. 1 run victory, ladies and gentlemen. Take a bow. What a game. Delhi Capitals almost on the edge of victory. And what a tough character there from David Miller there. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful stuff there. And Rabada there, Shubman Gill, everyone appreciating David Miller there. Having a look at his injury, his entire wrist is wrapped up. He's just opened his gloves there. His entire wrist is wrapped up there, along with the thumb there. And he's come out and showed lion's heart out there. A tough character there, David Miller, standing in line when it mattered the most for his team, and has put his life on the line. Wonderful, wonderful stuff there from David Miller to come out there and almost pull off a victory, playing that kind of a knock, especially in the last 2 overs, and that too against world-class bowlers. And unfortunately, just failing to get them over past the line by just one run here. What a contest, nevertheless. It's a victory of cricket, nevertheless. Who wins? And it's definitely a victory of the game here. It definitely speaks how crucial one misfield, how crucial one run can be. Imagine if David Miller had taken that run of the penultimate ball, even if Kuldeep Yadav had been run out of the last ball, that could have been scores tied and we could have seen a super over. But that's what champions do. They want to ensure that they finish the games off, because you never know. Kuldeep Yadav getting one run off one ball, that could have been difficult because he's a tail ender. But David Miller wanted to believe in himself. But unfortunately, sometimes things go your way and sometimes it doesn't. But that's what champions do. They take the gambles, they take the risks, because only when you take the risks, you turn out to be victorious. And no matter, he'll definitely have a warm welcome from the dugout there. Everyone appreciating David Miller, not just the Delhi Capitals, but also the opposition there, especially seeing that. Wrapped bandage around his thumb and wrist. He's come out there for his team off the injury into the middle once again, and he's performed wonderfully. Gujarat Titans, nevertheless, getting their first victory on the board in this campaign here by just one run here. This will definitely lift the momentum up for them, this victory, because when things start going towards your way, the energy starts bouncing off in the dressing room, in the pitch, in the mind of the players there, and in the performance of the players here. It definitely shows, and probably they'll be hoping that this kind of this victory will shape them in the right direction, and they can carry forward the momentum in the right direction going ahead in the game. They pick up their first victory after coming back from 2 losses, and Delhi Capitals on the other hand suffer their first defeat by a minute fine margin of just one run here. Prasidh Krishna, despite being smashed for 52. But ladies and gentlemen, take above the performance of Rashid Khan. What a wonderful spell of bowling here from Rashid Khan. He's been the stalwart here for Gujarat Titans with his wonderful over spell there, picking up 3 wickets for just 19 or 17 runs there. And for Delhi Capitals, Lungi Engidi, what a wonderful spell of bowling. And Rabada too, not to forget the contribution of Rabada. He bowled wonderfully the 19th, I think 19th or 17th, 18th over, I beg your pardon, 18th over, just giving away 9 runs in that juncture of the game. That was extremely crucial, but Mohammad Siraj was taken apart in the 19th over. He bowled some indisciplined erratic lines, and even Prasidh Krishna was taken apart. That's the reason I said Vipraj should have hit one more boundary, or Vipraj should have at least stayed there in the middle. He shouldn't have thrown away his wicket there, but in the pursuit of taking over the infield, great captaincy there by Shubman Gill to bring the fielders inside, and with just 4 fielders in the deep, they managed to restrict Gujarat Titans, Delhi Capitals, and they get a victory here by 1 run. And what a night here for Josh Butler. He's found his touch back with the bat here. We got to witness the vintage Butler with the bat here. He got off to a frenzy start here, flamboyant start, and he ensured that they kept the runs ticking, especially when Sai Sudarshan fell a little bit early tonight. And then the last ball here to get that run out there. If Kuldeep had managed to get into the crease, if he had missed that run out, that would have been scores tied there. And calmly under pressure, got hold of the ball and quickly underarms the ball towards the stumps, gets a direct hit, and Kuldeep is short of the crease there. Kuldeep is caught short of the crease there, and that gave Gujarat Titans 1-run victory, ladies and gentlemen. And 4 hours of game, it all boiled down to last ball and last run there, and eventually Gujarat winning the 1 run. That's how cricket is a game of fine margins there. That's the reason we say every run saved can win you games, every catch taken win video games. That's the reason people keep saying that. As you can witness today, 4 hours of contest, and it all boiled down to 1 run, a matter of difference of 1 run, as Gujarat Titans winning the game by just 1 run. To all the people who have watched the stream throughout and who have been supporting this journey, thank you so much for being here on Sports Beyond Cancer. This is Shourabh Vittalmurthy, a former sports journalist. Hope you are doing wonderfully well, and hope you are enjoying the stream, and hope you're enjoying the kind of energy and the kind of stream that we are putting out to you. Hope you like it and subscribe it and support our journey if at all you feel that we are doing a decent job out here on Sports Beyond Cancer as Gujarat Titans so winning this game by 1 run here. And tomorrow we have one more exciting blockbuster of a contest, a high octane contest here. Kolkata Knight Riders will be taking on Lucknow Super Giants, with Kolkata Knight Riders searching for their first win, and the Lucknow Super Giants, who won the last game by 5 wickets, courtesy of a patient knock there by Rishabh Pant, the captain. And they'll be hoping to get the second victory on the board, while Kolkata Knight Riders were unlucky, who had to lose the game due to rain the last time against Kings 11 Punjab Kings. Tomorrow will be eagerly looking for the first victory in this campaign here. With that said, that's the story here so far here from Sports Beyond Cancer. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Unfortunately, I just had 2 subscriptions throughout the entire stream of 5 hours tonight, 4 hours tonight. That's what disappoints me, because a lot of streamers who mock players and ridicule players and do not do sports journalistic style of journalism and spread hatred and spread toxic fan banters in the comment section, because then engagement goes on and the likes keep hitting. And when the engagement goes on, you get more views, and that's how they generate the funds, and that's how they generate hatred content to get those views. And they ridicule players, mock players, and they treat it like an entertainment. But here we do sports journalistic style of journalism, because we want to use sports as a catalyst for development. And it definitely disappoints, because we have had 15,937 views but only 2% hitting that subscribe button. We had at one stage 250 people watching the stream but only 2 people hitting the subscribe button. Please, if at all you like the stream, and if at all you feel that we are doing a good job here at Sports Beyond Cancer, hit that subscribe button, because it will definitely motivate me in this fight against my 5th battle of cancer. And only when we get to 1,000 goal mark, I can generate some revenue, 5% of the revenue towards my cancer battle, towards my medical costs from that is generated from the YouTube ads. So please, hit that subscribe, and please join this community here, where we celebrate sports, embrace losses, we come back stronger, we stay resilient. And being a true sports fan, we never celebrate losses, we only celebrate victories. And we always wait for the comebacks, because that is what sports teaches you: to be humble, to be resilient, and to fight till the end. That's what we watched today. One from David Miller as well as from Gujarat Resilient. They believed till the end despite all the odds, and they managed to win in the end there. Gujarat Titans winning the first win of this contest here by 1 run. And this is Shourabh Vittalmurthy now bidding you good night. It's almost close to 12 a.m. here in India, so need to catch some sleep here. So thank you so much for being here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Hope you liked it, and hope you also get to read about Rohan Kanai, about whom I've been talking about. Lucky to have got this first edition of his copy here. He's one of the greatest batters in the cricketing history, and hopefully you go and read about him, and hopefully we'll have more discussions tomorrow. I had a lot of people come out in my Instagram DM and ask me about the book, and talk to me about this. And I had a lot of people also motivate me in my fight against cancer in my Instagram ID there. So hopefully you also read about him, and hope you had a wonderful time tonight in this stream here. It was that sort of a night. We enjoyed thoroughly being out there with you. The kind of emotions that runs into me. I mean, the kid in me started watching cricket at the age of 5 and 6, and that same kid once again comes out in the form of me, especially in those tense moments, especially when the game starts getting interesting, especially when a lot of emotions run high, and especially when I'm on the edge of my seat, and it definitely bounces off the energy of me. That's what sports does to you. That's what, despite all the odds there, I mean, I'm currently battling my 5th cancer. The energy is low, the motivation is low, and the kind of what do you call the kind of mood which I have within me is low. But I forget everything at that moment. I forget everything that's happening in the other side of my life, and the emotions get the better of me, and I completely enjoyed. You saw the energy that outburst into me, especially in the last couple of overs when David Miller came back, and the kind of energy he showed. And then the last couple of overs when things swayed from this team to that team to that team to this team, and the kind that's what sport does to you. Despite me battling my 5th cancer, it felt like that there was a sports fan sitting out there who's having a normal, happy life, and he was wonderfully expressing himself, being joyful, being loud, being celebrating the run out there, celebrating the sixes there. That's what sport does to you. It teaches you to stay resilient, and it makes you forget the entire noises that are going around in your life. Just like I'm battling my 5th cancer at the age of 33, Actually, I forgot it all, and I was completely mixed with you all people, the listeners there, celebrating the game of cricket here. And with that said, we are ending tonight's show here. Gujarat Titans winning by 1 run, and Delhi Capitals will be eager to take this loss on their stride. A lot of things to learn, a lot of positive for them too. KL Rahul back in form. Tough character showed here by David Miller. That will bounce off energies in the dressing room here. A lot of people will start to learn about being tough characters there, and being there for the team in the middle despite the injury, and fighting till the end, and to not give up till the end. And Gujarat Titans winning by 1 run. And this is Shourabh Vittalmurthy now taking a goodbye here from all you people. To the people who are watching from all the way across the other side of the globe, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow, and have a wonderful day. And to the people watching from this side of the world here, have a wonderful, wonderful sleep tight, and enjoy your sleep and take good rest. And we'll come back stronger for tomorrow's game here. Stay tuned on Sports Beyond Cancer. This is your very own. This is your very own Shourabh Vittalmurthy now, taking time off from you. Need to catch some sleep, and we'll be back tomorrow here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Thank you once again, Carl Jacob, for your message here. Thanks for the commentary. Thank you for your support throughout, Carl. Hope you enjoyed the game, and hope you enjoyed the stream. And we'll be hoping to have you back once again here on Sports Beyond Cancer. With that said, we'll be signing off. Gujarat Titans winning by 1 run. To all the folks who haven't managed to hit the subscribe button there, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll be taking off here. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.